What's going on, everyone? We're going to be talking about some JDM cars, but first we're going to talk about what PS5 means. So, no, I do not have the expanded and enhanced version of the game. All this is me playing GTA Online on a PS5. So it's the same game for the PS4. It's not going to look any better. Um, the settings are still the same. It's still, I think, 30 FPS or something like that. The render distance, it doesn't appear to be improved at all. One thing that I will say is that it does handle the game a little bit better, so there's not as many frame drops, and it loads a little bit quicker. So now that that's out of the way, PS5, GTA Online, discussed, JDM Cars. So, oh man, okay, let's not do that. Right now we're looking at the Karen 190Z. The front is supposed to be a 240Z. The rear is supposed to be, I believe, a Celica or I don't know if the Supra was around during this time, but it's a classic car. I think it's 70s and 80s era. And I gotta say, the reason that this is going to make it into my top 5 video is the styling. The styling of this thing is just gorgeous. I mean, it I have it here with the black on chrome, and in my opinion, it's just such a sleek looking car. And there's tons of other ways to do this car too. I mean, you can do really loud drift spec kind of thing, which I might do, because I think that'd be a really awesome build. But in my opinion, just the way this car has been modified, and the way the car looks, and the way the car feels, definitely warranted a spot in my top 5. I am biased though. I do like the 240Z, and I do like this era of Japanese cars, and I thought it was important to have some kind of representation in there. But I just love how clean it ends up looking. The OEM spec chrome TEs. Do they make chrome TEs? I think you can get like a polished TE. The chrome handles, the chrome sort of trim. It's such a classic, good-looking vehicle. Just doing a little bit of B-roll. Can you tell that I'm not very good with the cinematic camera angles? And it makes an awesome sound too. Listen to that. Oh. I'm so glad I'm going to Los Santos Customs.
What can the best mechanic in LS do for you? Good to go.
Alright, I'm back. Another cool thing is the customization. I guess while we're here, we can talk about it. Engine block, you can do different block colors, which I think is, it's cool. It's not something that all the cars in the game have. Brace bars, and then you can like do the dressing on it. I really wish they included a turbo. Like this car, if it had an RB26, which is what that block is based off of, it definitely would have had one or two turbos because it's an RB26 DETT. Unless they want it to be an RB25, but I don't think it looks like an RB25. Side X exhaust, I chose that one. I actually really like this exhaust, but I think that the exhaust does something for performance. I'm not entirely sure. I might just be parroting something another YouTuber said. But I think that the side exit exhaust is still pretty clean. I kind of like the back exit a little bit more. It's more of an OEM kind of look. And then there are a lot of cool liveries too that I talked about. Like that looks, I might actually do that to be honest. I think it looks really good. Something subtle, like right now I have that, which is really subtle, but it might be a little bit too subtle. Let me see it. Yeah, kind of like that. That's cool. Like the mirrors. These mirrors are also really nice for this car. These right here, the Chrome Classics. But I like the ones that are on there. And then the spoilers, I don't know. I'm fine with the one that's on there. But what I'm actually here to do is make sure there's brakes on it. Okay, yeah. I might do some chrome up front. Oh, there is chrome up front. Okay. Is that chrome? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, all around this car is just like a super solid car. It sounds really good. I need to find the equation, but so far I've just kind of been doing double. So we're going to see how much the car sells for and double that, and that's how much I've spent on it to this point. I don't know how accurate that is, but it's sort of a general rule of thumb that I've followed. So this is probably about 1.3 million for one of these completely customized. And I mean, while it is difficult to get that, if you play for, because you get 1 million every month now, and if you save that and you put in some work on your grind, then you can get it. And it's not an unattainable goal. I see a lot of content creators stick towards like the cheaper ones that are more accessible, and I think that's amazing because you want to be able to welcome anyone into the community. But I think it's also really cool to focus on these two, the higher end, more expensive ones. And that's the thing, like 1.3 million, what do you want? 1.3 million is on the more expensive side for a JDM car. I don't know how much more expensive the rest of the cars are on this list. We're actually going to be approaching my garage here, and I think that this is a good thing because I can sort of walk through the garage with you. Is this mine? No, it's this one. Here we go. So here's the garage. We've got the Karen 190Z. We've already talked about a little bit. We've got the Dinka Blista Kanjo, which, I mean, I don't need to introduce this to anyone who's familiar with the JDM scene, but for anyone who's not, it's an EK hatch. It's a really cool Type R style EK hatch, and I have it here with the Rota, the period correct Rota grids or whatever these are called. I was trying to do like a Midori green, kind of jade green-esque colorway on it, make it look extra JDM. The little, little Japanese-inspired sticker on the side. I actually don't know what that is. All I know is that it fits the aesthetic. I hope it's not offensive or something. Next, we have the Sultan RS. The reason that this is in my top 5 is because of GTA 4. So for those of you who've played GTA 4, you'll know that this was the only tuner car in that game. You had a few other examples of tuner cars. Like, you had the Intruder, you had a few Blista, like the Blista Compact, I think it was called. You had the Hakumai, which was like an Accord slash... And I'm sure there's more that I'm missing. Oh, the Sultan. The regular four-door Sultan. So you had those, but you didn't have anything like this, where it was just full-on, big turbo up front, crazy body kit, wide body, custom wheels, hood scoop, all that. And it's this, IS 300 in the front, Evo 5 slash E46 rear. So I've always thought about building this car, right? So just taking the front off an Altezza or an IS 300, same car, and just putting it on an E46 coupe, because I think that'd be the easiest way. I don't think you're going to find someone willing to part ways with an Evo 5 so you can do that stupid nonsense to it. So this was just a really cool car for me as a JDM fan playing GTA 4. I mean, I remember getting online lobbies and trying to find this thing, and then cruising around. I found another dude who had one. We were like, yo, that's awesome, and we became like friends. So next, I'm going to skip over this one. You already know what that is. This is going to be the Supra. This had to be in the top 5. I mean, it's a dead ringer for the Supra, and not only is it that, it's just such a throwback to San Andreas. So anyone who's played San Andreas has seen... Oh, look at that. Hello. Welcome. We're just talking about some JDM cars. This is the lineup that I have here. Feel free to comment anything if you want. But yeah. So this is the Supra. This is in here because it's a Supra and it's a really cool throwback to San Andreas. And it looks awesome. You got the big turbo sticking out front of the bumper. Unfortunately, it doesn't do wheelies like a 1,000 horsepower Supra would, but I still think it's pretty cool. I think it'd be awesome if it could do wheelies. And then finally, we've got the GTR. This car, I don't need to say anything about this. People who play this game understand why this is the #1 GTA car. I understand a lot of people think it's overrated, but if you know about Skylines and you know about GTRs, you'll be able to appreciate what this car is, because it's very, very Nissan. And I wish it was the daytime so I could show you the midnight purple that I attempted. I mean, this is as close as I think it's going to get to midnight purple. And again, for those of you who know GTRs, you know what midnight purple is. It's a really nice color that only a few GTRs were made with. And it's this purple that transforms into gold, that transforms into blue. It's just this crazy paint job that Adam LZ has it on his GTR. If you want a really good reference, and one that I loosely built this one off of, I did have different color TEs. I don't think that the gold in the game fits these TEs all that well, so I went with the sort of graphite silver kind of colorway. Plate says LL GTR. You already know what it is. It sounds awesome. It's got an RB2060 ET in it. It's just a sick car. We're gonna see if we can take it over to the track, get some hot laps in it. Let me get the GPS up. I really need to do these in lobbies where there's not one, other people, because they tend to ruin things sometimes, or two, a nightclub on the premises. Because I find that it's a distraction, and it, you know, it crowds the space. And okay, I gotta focus on driving. Oh well. Alright, so we are back at the track. The car is not significantly damaged to the point where it's going to affect how quickly it goes around the track. And I'm not timing anything right now anyway. This is just practice. So let's go. Getting up on it. I don't like that. I'm being attacked. Or am I? Yeah, that's right. I'm just gonna continue the lap then. And that's it. I know it's not a perfect racetrack, but I don't really want to redesign it. If people watch and anyone has any suggestions, I'm more than happy to listen as to how you'd like to see the track laid out, because this is sort of the best I could come up with. And it's a track that I'm comfortable with. I've driven this track before, because I made this a long time ago. Well, I didn't make it, but I planned out the track a long time ago, so I have some experience driving it. Actually, hang on. I think it's fitting. What? It's a very strange conversation. Yeah, but up to 120. I feel like that's one of the faster ones. I know that the Blista Compact, or the Blista Canjo, doesn't get up that fast. I know that the 190Z doesn't either. I think the Super might, and I think the Sultan RS might, but I'm not sure about those two either. It's a quick car. I really like driving it. It's planted. It works really well. And it just looks amazing. And again, I'm super biased. I love the way this car looks, but I don't think that there's a whole lot of people within the JDM community that don't appreciate the R32, R33 GTRs, especially when you have the wide body that they have here. Like, you know, the regular GTT that doesn't have the flares at the side. Or is it the GTST? I don't know. I don't know my Nissans as well as I'd like to. And it has the one little feature that I like is it has this RH8 badge, which is the GTR badge. So while RH8 is not in the name, it just says Elegy Retro Custom. It is an Elegy RH8 because the Elegy is the Skyline and then the RH8 is the GTR. And it's evident because it says RH8 in the places where it would say it says it right there, and I guess it doesn't say it on the grill, but it says it right there. And the new Elegy is just called Elegy RH8, or the... Is it the Elegy RH8? Well, that kind of pokes a hole in the logic, because that would be under the assumption that the R35 is called the Skyline R35, and it's not. I don't know. I'm not very smart sometimes. I should have named it Hot Laps / Car Distract discussion, but I think this is fine. Oh, I gotta check if there's brakes on here. I'm pretty sure there is. But I do need to check, which is good because it'll give us some nice city B-roll. Maybe some going over these bridges, I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'm not the best at doing that. That's okay. I'll get better. A little bit of lore involving this car. One of the things people used to do, and I'm not condoning this, and I'm not saying you should do this, but one of the things that people used to do is clone these cars and sell them for large prices. Now that has since been long taken care of by our good buddies at Rockstar. They made sure that people can't cheat the system like that anymore. You know, it's all been resolved, but that is one thing that back in the day, if you walked in and you saw a bunch of these cars lined up with all the max upgrades, you'd know that
All patched up.
Homeboy was probably getting ready to make some money. Check the brakes. Oh, you see? Add the brakes. No. I like the car how it is. I think it sits really nice. Oh, now that it's daytime, you can see the midnight purple a little bit better. So, it's a purple that, in the right light, it turns gold. Now, I'm missing one color, and that's the blue, because I think that in real life, the finish shows up as blue. So, I need to stop playing this game distracted.
What miracle did you want me to perform? You have any problems? You bring her back to me.
I think a carbon fiber lip would look kind of good on this car. Just adding little bits of carbon fiber. We'll keep it like this for now. LOL GTR, as you can see. Oh, you know what? Let's forget about the oval track and come down here to where the drag racing takes place, because that's another thing I like to do with this car. Not because it's particularly fast, but just because getting a satisfying launch feels really nice. A little bit of B-roll for you. Such a fun car. Now, it doesn't do donuts or anything like that because it is four-wheel drive. So no, it's not going to drift. It'd be really cool if you could get a car that looks like this but is rear-wheel drive to represent the GTST, but I know that's a tall ask. Look how good it looks. No. That's fine. Oh, jeez. It's a jet. Well, it was fun while it lasted, guys. Oh. It's a cool area. There's a lot of really cool, like, seedy areas that are... Why? That's so irritating. But I'm glad that my car is destroyed, so that way those monkeys can't do anything worse to it. I shouldn't have said monkeys. That's not a good. It's not a good term to use.
What the hell?
I meant it in a whimsical kind of way. Wow. The police will protect me. Why are you doing that? I really should just leave. I usually do leave. Like I don't try to pick fights because I just think it's stupid when you let other people put you in a state of mind you don't like being in. So like them provoking me in that kind of manner, that can either turn my night into a really bad experience by me continuing to engage with them and get more and more frustrated because clearly they're bullies and they're gonna outmatch me. And that's the thing, I could retaliate and I could be like, aha, look at that. I'm not gonna be, but it's gonna rob me of my peace, and I'm not with that. So I'll take peace any day. Welcome to the chat if anyone's here. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy the content that I'm making. All right. Death by Henny, Pineapple Fish, Stacking Racks, Kimono Warlord. What's up, y'all? I've never played in game chat. Do you guys play in game chat? I feel like game chat is just a really tough place because there's a lot of people who are like mean for no reason. There are a lot of people who just kind of are children, and I'm really not into interacting with children on this thing. Just for no particular reason. It's just I don't the older I get, I'm just like, maybe not. A little broomstick. Sometimes there's funny names.
More
That's why I read them
mutuals?
out.
We're here to
Sometimes
help.
there's a name that you're just like, what?
I can do that.
I think it happens in Call of Duty more though, because you can change your name at will instead of like having to go through a whole process to do it.
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
Chat, what do you want to see? Do you want to see? You know what? I'm going to do an honorable mention. I'm going to do the Segoy because I really love this
I
car.
got stuff to do.
And I'm getting kind of tired of reviewing the other ones that I've been talking about to this point. So we're going to do the Segoy because I haven't talked about it, and it really is an awesome car. So if you don't know, this is the Dinka Segoy, or the Type R. It looks very similar to the Type R. It's made by the same manufacturer, Dinka Honda, and it's just an awesome car. It's big though. It's a bigger JDM car. It's based off of the newer Civic, and you know the newer Civic is just big. But this thing is sick because it's faster than I think it's faster than any other Honda they have right now. I really want to try it against the Kanjo and see how fast it is. But it's fast, it handles really nicely. It is upgradable, like there are cool mods for it, not as many as for the Kanjo. It's a really cool car. And I reckon that this thing would have a pretty good lap time. So you know what, let's go over there and let's see how she's doing on the track. I promise I will record some lap times. I'm still getting comfortable with the track layout and still getting comfortable with the cars again. It's been a while since I played GTA, so I definitely want to put out a product that's actually good. So bear with me.
What miracle did you want me to perform? Better than new.
Let's see. Let's do the brakes for sure. I know I didn't put brakes on here. Yeah, I mean, there's a good amount of customization. It's not the best, but because it's all like similar stuff. It's just crazy diffusers, and it's not like different bumpers, but I guess, you know, I wouldn't expect them to go through all that. I just kind of like that a little bit more. Nah, I'm gonna keep that. Nah, you know what? No, because I wouldn't have that in real life. Why would I have my exhaust in real life? Probably like that. I had the white stripe on here at some point, I think, and I thought it was a little bit corny, but you do you, man. I like, you know, I can respect a lot of people's different styles. Like, you know, just because I don't like something doesn't mean it's not good. And just because I wouldn't do it doesn't mean that I don't think yours doesn't look awesome. I still think it does look awesome. It's just not something I would do. I like those mirrors. No, I like the color that I have on here. I do want to change the trim color though. I think red is a little too much. I could do like a darker red. But because the rest of it is white, I think I'm gonna go with black. or dark blue. That'll probably go pretty nicely, but no. I think I have to go black. I have to go either black or white. Brown's not bad, but it's because the white accents. I don't understand why it has white accents. What do we think? Black? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the black. Okay. So let's go see how it does at the track. I think it's gonna do pretty good. Yeah. It's gonna do alright. I'm keeping the tire lettering on. I feel like a Honda boy would probably put tire lettering if he had TTEs. That's just my opinion. I don't know. And again, it's no disrespect to the Honda boys. I think it looks awesome. That's why I have it. I do wish you could go lower though. And I know you can do the glitch, but I don't want to give up any functionality for this. That's the thing, you know, with all these times I want them to be as consistent as possible, and that's why I have it. I'm doing it in a GTA lobby, because these are the conditions under which the car is likely to be subjected to if you built it. You could come here and, you know, drive around the track and probably get better times. You know, I'm not a pro driver. I just like playing the game. All right, let's see. I'm actually excited to do this. I love the way this car handles. It's about right. I need to find a way to make it as consistent as possible. So, like, I guess I would have to do from there. We'd have to go a little bit. You know what? Yeah. Why don't we just? Again, very interesting dialogue to be had by the citizens of Los Santos. Alright. Decent launch. You just feel so much more confident throwing this car into the corners than you do with the Kanjo. And we're getting up to... Speedometer says 130. Digital speedometer... Oh, okay. Digital speedometer says... What was it, 115? Yeah. So I don't know what to believe. 125, and then the analog speedometer says 140. I don't know. Sharp turn. And across the line. One amendment that I'm thinking of making to the track before making the video, or yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to say make it cut through this sort of barrier thing, but that's an even sharper turn. I'd rather just go around it. A bit of a chicane there. You just come into this thing flying. Oh boy. It's going to bug me. We're just going to keep the angle like this. Oh wait, no. I mean, dang. Brakes. Gas. if you put this car on this track and you ever time it, let me know in the comments. I want to know what your guys' times are. If I'm like the slowest time out of anybody, then I'm cool with that, because then I'll just learn your time and then beat it. No, I'm not that competitive. I have other things to do. Like, before I try to beat my before I try to beat anyone else's time, what I want to do is make another series featuring muscle cars, because while I'm not as knowledgeable when it comes to muscle cars, I do have some cars in this game that I absolutely adore, and I'd love to share them with anyone who wanted to listen. So we'll see if this video gets 1 view. No, if it gets like 5 views, I'll do it. I'll do another muscle car, mostly because I just want to do one. And at that point, I'll say, hey, what do you guys want to see? And then I'll be like, oh, it'd be cool if you did this. I'll be like, okay, cool, I'll do that. I do like that I can talk to myself via the chat. So yesterday, while I was streaming, or quote-unquote streaming, because I guess YouTube Live wasn't allowing me to do it yet, I had put in the chat, it doesn't work, LOL, and then that showed up on the screen. I thought that was really funny. So I know that if anyone were to comment in the chat, I would definitely get it. I think I'm getting decent times. I think it's going to be faster than the 190Z for sure, the Kanjo for sure, and I think it might be around as fast as the GTR and the Supra. I think these three will have the better times of the cars that I'm going to test. And the Sultan RS. I think those four will have similar times. The Type R is an awesome car. I really like driving it. I say as I crash it. I think it looks great. Oh man, the water's so murky. If I was in Chumash, I want to say it is. If I was in Chumash, the water would be really blue. Is Chumash Malibu? I don't know. I don't know California all that well. I've only been once and I live on the East Coast. So. I know that this is a terrible idea, but I'm still doing it. It could be a great idea. In disguise, it's a terrible idea. Uh-huh. Oh, sweet. Nice. So I could do something with that, like If I want to put together a channel trailer, I could just have a car doing the jump up here, ripping some sweet donuts, unicorn style. Oh. That would be, hold on, that'd be a really cool sequence. No. Start by not driving into the water. Okay. It's just me in my little JDM shirt. One thing I am disappointed about is that the JDM cars in this game don't really drift all that well. The Jester has a little bit too much grip. The LG's four-wheel drive. We have the 190Z, but I think that it's just a little bit too slow to drift properly. I think the best JDM-esque car would be the Banshee. Which, because it reminds me of like an FD RX-7. I remember one time somebody called my Banshee trash, and I was so offended. I was just like, the car looks good. I don't understand how you think this car looks like trash. I'm gonna get it out right now, because I feel like it. Oh no! I have to... Alright. Yeah, somebody called my Banshee trash, and I was like, bro, what? Do you not see how clean this is? But anyway, I'm not gonna obsess over it. I'm just gonna get the car out, go do some skids.
What you need, boss? Some wheels? I can bring them round.
Just imagining the day that I have like maybe 2 people in the chat, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, this is mildly entertaining. I'll watch." That'll be a good day. The problem with people who are as young on streaming platforms as I am is that we're just not that good at streaming yet. You know? There's a reason that, like, if I had 0 followers and I'd been doing it for... If I had like 100 streams in my books, then I'd be like, okay, well, even though he's smaller, he's probably good at it because he's done it for a while. But right now, this is my first, like, or second YouTube... No, this is the first YouTube stream. So, of course, it's going to be trash. But it's okay because as time goes on, I will improve. And as I improve, probably like it a little bit more. Missed the mark. Like, completely. I do think that these wheels are a little bit trash. I would change the wheels. I like the wheels, don't get me wrong. They're supposed to be like a really nice 3-piece, but they're not doing it for me anymore. That's what... Oh, you know what? That's what I was afraid of. Okay. The car is just really wide. It's an awesome car, though. I remember when this car released, I was really happy about it because it was at the time when like bumper deletes and chassis mounted wings were like taking over the internet, and this car you could do that, and I was like, oh man, that's awesome. What? Alright, I'm just gonna have to use the drift Tampa for this because the Banshee is clearly not gonna work. For those of you who don't know, this video, all of this is research and for my top 5 video that I'm gonna do. So the streams are just kind of if you want to hang out, talk some smack, maybe put something in the chat, whatever. And then the video is going to be what's actually entertaining. But I'm trying to learn how to be entertaining on both, so that way I can do both, should I need to. I don't know. We'll see. Take advantage of the opportunities, as they say, and so on and so forth. I forgot a bobblehead, a Giants bobblehead. That's funny. Okay. Bumper delete. Definitely had enough speed on that one. Hood delete, fender delete. Is it a fender delete? I think so. I think because the hood, the fenders were attached to the hood. When the hood popped off and the bumpers, yeah. Oh, the door delete, that's what it was. Weight reduction. Got you. No. Alright. Oh, no. So we're gonna have to go with the Drift Tampa. I thought the Banshee would be a lot cooler, but clearly it doesn't want to go up, and I cannot be bothered to continue trying. So we'll try something else now. Is that blue tire smoke? No. Yes. Yes, it is. Yes, that is definitely blue tire smoke. It's kind of cool. It is kind of ricey though. Yeah. It's not trash though. It's still nice. I like it. I don't care that it's a little bit ricey. What? It's just attack in the middle? No idea. Speedometer's off to the side. Vehicles. That's how you know them from the south. You don't say vehicle, you say vehicle. I don't actually say it. I say vehicle.
I'm
Just
on
like
the
everybody
clock.
else.
What you want? Some
But I do
wheels?
say y'all a lot, so I'm to understand that that's not a universal American thing.
I'll
No!
bring it by. All right, I'll get back
Why
to
did I
work.
do that? Well, this up there is probably pretty cool too, right? No? Why are they here? Oh, but they're not gonna come around here, I don't think. It's 1 star. There we go. I know I got it that time. Alright. You can hear the door chime because there's no door. Oopsies. Oh, you know what I need to do? I gotta have it fall on here. That's... So I think what would be really cool is if I could drift across it. So like... I don't think I'll be able to because, one, this is not a drift car. And two, I just don't have that level of skill. But it's just kind of... No. And there's a reason it doesn't work, and it's because... I'm trying to think about what the best angle to approach that would be. Because it would theoretically need to be kind of wide, so that way the rear end of your car could slide out far enough. But it would also need to be really tight, so that way you would just get on and get off. Because the longer you stay out on the angle, presumably the farther you're gonna go, and you just don't have enough space to go that far. And then the other thing is, if you get caught on it, you gotta do the jump again. It messes up the car. I might name this car the Dark Viper. No, because it's not a Viper. The Banshee is the closest thing to a Viper we have, and it looks like a RX-7. This one is lit up inside, but it's not though, because it's lighting, but it doesn't make the car any brighter. Well, it does, it's just not bright enough. It's not like you would want to have like daytime lighting. I do need to go get the drift Tampa though. I want to just do one jump that I know. Oh, well, this isn't the jump, but it looks like a fun jump. That's awful. You know how lucky I am I wasn't going just a little faster there? This is the one I wanted to do. Goodness. I will get better, guys. I will. I just have to. I think that by the time Expanded and Enhanced comes out, because it'll probably get delayed for whatever reason, I'll be better. And then that's when, like, some people might be curious. Like, oh, well, what does the Expanded and Enhanced version offer? It's the only new version of GTA since the PS4 and PC version. So, and I don't know that it would be PC ready day one. I think that it's the focus has sort of shifted to console, and while the viewership for console I don't think is as strong as I've previously determined, I think that enough people will be interested to where if I can make decent content, people might enjoy it. So, we'll see how that works. Oh, there's another jump I wanted to do. And I'm pretty confident that one's not going to send me in the ocean. Whee! What? Am I supposed to clear this? Freedom! Yeah, I'd say it looks a little bit better on the PS5, but nothing crazy. Well, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I've been streaming for a while now. But, yeah. Alright, y'all. Take care.